Alright, it is May 25th, 2019, Memorial Day weekend, and I'm out for a 3-day trip in the Lost Creek Wilderness. I'm going to start off the Goose Creek trailhead and just kind of do a rough little loop. Not totally sure on the mileage I'm doing each day, but first 2 days could be upwards of 10, but seems like a lot of people are up here already. Had to park down below the trailhead on the side of the road, so we'll see how it goes. This seems like a cool spot, and not quite the alpine stuff maybe that I'm used to, but I've heard good things, so hope you enjoy. Some pretty cool rock formations and a very, very pretty sky. Everything's kind of green and gold right here. It's pretty cool. This rock kind of looks like a boxing glove, kind of. Been climbing for a little while now and definitely getting tired. Probably a little over 3 miles in, but feeling pretty good. I've definitely been needing to stop and take breaks, but you know, it's all good. I'm just enjoying the day and not putting too much pressure on myself. Have no particular destination, just want to hike and enjoy myself. It's like a giant rock dome. It's pretty cool. It's a really pretty little aspen grove right here. It's quite nice. Some really interesting geology here. Wonder what the mechanism was that caused the rocks to do that. Alright, well, I've been hiking, I don't know, probably like a little less than 2.5 hours, probably about 5 miles in. Found a little water source, so just filtered a liter of water, and I got 3 liters now. I'm just gonna keep hiking. I'm fun. It's really nice out here. Love it. Can't tell if that's a tick or a spider in my goddamn coffee. Normally I would like to avoid doing these stupid fucking film yourself things, but whatever. I am going to do it real quick because I want to get moving. It is roughly like 4 o'clock now. I'm done with about half of my mileage for the day. Just had a cup of coffee because I needed a little boost, and yeah, it's a nice trail. It's definitely, like I said, I wasn't expecting anything alpine or huge mountain views, but it's definitely a pleasant trail. Very well maintained, pretty even, and not too rocky, which is pretty hard to find in Colorado. So this is a good early spring trip. That's a nice view. How the hell is that thing balancing on there? How did that even get there? This is a very beautiful view of where I'm at now. Yeah, spring's definitely starting a little later up here, and temperatures dropped pretty substantially in the past hour. A lot of gray skies up there. This is probably the best view of the day. Sweeping out, kind of dropping down. A bunch of aspens that are just starting to bloom. Gonna start looking for camp here soon. Ideally, I want to be somewhere close to some water and a place where I can have a fire. Alright, so this is an overview of the map. This is where I started today. Came all the way up here, and this is where I had my coffee. Right now, I'm right about here. So tomorrow, the plan is I'm going to swing all the way down around here. Boom, boom, boom. I'll probably try to find somewhere to camp within here. Then the last day, just make it a nice, easy way out to the start again. I'm fucking tired. My GPS said I did 6.7 miles, but the All Trails app said I did 9.1, but I'm more inclined to believe the 9.1. I was hiking a long time and hiking at a decent pace, but kind of crashed when I got here. Wasn't feeling too good, but I think I was pretty dehydrated, so just been drinking a bunch of water, ate some food, and feeling better now. So this will be the end of night number 1 in the Lost Creek Wilderness. the stuff over there. Bags laying out to dry. Last night was a little tricky getting here. Pretty much every camp spot was taken, so I just had to do a makeshift camp spot. Turned out to be perfectly flat, so that was nice, but had a nice little fire here for a couple hours, and yeah, I think it probably dropped down into just above freezing because the condensation on the inside of the tent was, you know, pretty substantial amount. I've been leaving my gear out to dry all morning, but my water bottles didn't freeze, so I'm assuming it was right above freezing. But not the best night's sleep either, but hopefully tonight will be a good night's sleep, because I got a lot of mileage to do today. Alright, well, it's just before 10. Woke up around 7:15 and just got going. Again, I had to dry off all my stuff because I didn't want to, you know, pack all that wet stuff into the bag. I got about 10 miles to do today, roughly 2,400 feet of elevation gain, so I can have a, I don't know, maybe like a 3 or 4 mile day tomorrow, so I can get out quick. That's what I gotta cross. I'm not gonna rely on that wood. I'm probably just gonna walk beside it, see if there's another way. Another cool rock formation. It's pretty interesting. I believe that's where I'm heading up. Alright, well, I'm on a big climb right now. Today's basically all climbing and dropping, so just but just talked to a couple groups of backpackers, and they said there's some snow up top. They said post-holing shouldn't be too bad. They just said don't go near McCurdy Park, which I believe it's called because it's like thigh-deep snow, but I initially made my route to avoid that anyway, so I thought that may be the case. But a lot of uphill today. It's kicking my ass, so taking a quick break. The start of the heavier snow on the trail. Superhero dogs. Just made it up that big hill, and now it looks like clouds might be moving in. Some signs of a civilization out there. Weather's looking bad and thunder, but clear skies up to where I'm heading, so I gotta make a choice. Alright, well, right before I was about to do a 1,100 foot climb over 1.4 miles, right as I started going up the hill, it started thundering, so I decided to wait a minute, and now it's hailing and thundering, so I'm gonna go back. So there's some good camp spots back here, but I'll also have to do a little more mileage in the morning, but safety is paramount, and this is pretty sketchy right now, so yeah, gonna make camp here. Alright, well, I've been frantically setting up. That's where my tent is now. I was doing this in a rush, and I put it right there, and then I realized after I fully set it up that there's basically a tree that's gonna fucking fall on it. Thunder and stuff cleared up for a bit, and the skies towards my pass looked good for a bit, and then it's all gray again and then thundering, so I made the right choice. Alright, so this is a map looking at what I did today. This is roughly where I camped last night, is right in this area. So today was basically all climbing and dropping and climbing and dropping, and I think it was like right around here it just starts really severely dropping off, and I'm camped about here. So tomorrow morning I'm gonna try to wake up early, go up here, and go all the way up Hankins Pass, which is about 1,100 feet of elevation gain right off the bat. Alright, well I've been at camp now for a few hours, just been enjoying a fire and enjoying some food. Definitely think that I'm at a caloric deficit during this trip, even though I brought a ton of food. I just have not been eating enough. But you know, right after I stopped here, maybe within half hour to 45 minutes, the weather stopped. It still did look a little stormy over the pass where I was going, but it's not a risk I'm willing to take. You know, when it's thundering and hailing and you know, you're trying to move up an elevation gain, that's maybe one of the worst things to do possible. There's smoke in my goddamn eye, Jesus. But I definitely made the right choice in stopping here. But yeah, it's been a nice place to camp, and this is real nice here, so I'm glad in a sense that I stopped. But you know, would have preferred a shorter day tomorrow, but I'm just gonna wake up early, make coffee, breakfast, and just huff it out of here, do that 1,100 feet elevation gain about 5.2 miles out, and then going home to enjoy Memorial Day. So this will be the end of day number 2 in the Lost Creek Wilderness. Alright, well, I got on the trail right after 7, woke up at 5:45, so it's chilly out this morning. Last night my Steri pen ran out of battery, so I had to boil some water last night, and this morning still only had about 1 liter though, so right when I was leaving I asked these really nice people if I could have a little water, and they were kind enough to give me some, so thank you to them. And yeah, got a big climb now. They said there's lots of snow, so that should be fun. So yeah, good times. An absolutely beautiful morning out. Alright, well I just got over Hankins Pass. I doubt that's 1,100 feet of elevation gain. That did not feel too difficult, but yeah, I mean, it really wasn't that bad at all. Again, I'm going with All Trails Pro for a lot of this stuff, and you know, it's pretty accurate and reliable, but I'll always bring a paper map with me too. But I'm starting the descent now, and hopefully it shouldn't be too long before I'm back to the truck.